Okay, so we're almost done with our photo gallery. The last thing we need to do is to implement a Lightbox so that when we click on an image, it'll open up in a larger Lightbox and kind of fade out the background, and also we'll have arrow icons so we can scroll through the entire gallery while the Lightbox is open. And there's literally hundreds, thousands of scripts and plugins you can use for light boxes. Actually, a few chapters back, we used Bootstrap Modal, which operated like a light box. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but this is one that I've used quite a bit that is really simple and works really well, looks really good. So it's called Lightbox. I think it's Lightbox 2, and basically this URL, we just want to download the files, or the zip file. Alright, so we'll open up the zip file, and we have a CSS folder, an images folder, JavaScript, and then an index file. So what we need to do is just bring some files over to our project. So let me see, where's our project? It's right here. Alright, so the first thing we want to bring over is the CSS file. Okay, so you want to just grab the lightbox.css, and I'm going to bring it over to our project folder. Ignore the screen CSS, we don't need that. Next thing is the JavaScript. Okay, so in the JS folder, we just want to get the lightbox.js and paste that in. Alright, and that should be it. The images, we already have. Well, I guess we don't have previews, but basically they're the images that we put in the first chapter, which are these here. You can see this next, previous. Alright, so we already have those. So what we need to do now is open up the index file, and we need to include the CSS and the JavaScript files. So let's copy this, and I'm going to paste it in again, and I'm just going to change this to Lightbox. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing with the JavaScript. So down here, I'm going to grab this and paste that in, and I'm going to change this to Lightbox. Okay, so I'll save that. Now what we need to do is, let me just go back to the website, and let's see, there should be some examples. Alright, so load the JavaScript, we already did that. We should have jQuery. Is jQuery included? Yeah, we did that. Alright. So basically, let's see, here's an example with a link. Okay, there's a link surrounding an image. So the link is what we need to change. We first need to have the path to the image. Alright, so let's go to our index page, and we'll start with the all tab. Okay, so the first image in the first category. The link here we need to set to the same value as the image, which is right here. So I'm going to copy that and paste that in there. Alright, so right now if I save this and we go and check it out, and I click on the first image, it just takes us to a separate page with the image, which obviously isn't what we want. Alright, so the next thing we got to do, if we go back to the Lightbox site, we need to add this data Lightbox attribute. Okay, and you can actually set this to anything you want. I'm just going to set it to gallery. Alright, so we have, let's see, we need a class, not a class, what was it, data Lightbox. Alright, so data Lightbox, and I'm going to set that to gallery. Okay, now if we want an image title, we need to add that as well. Okay, and that's data title. Alright, so we'll say data title, and I'm just going to set that to sample image 1. Alright, so hopefully that should do it for the first image, so let's give it a shot. Okay, click on the image, and there we go. We have our title down here, as you can see. There's no arrows because we only have one image in the gallery. Now, if you want to have the arrows and be able to scroll through, then you need to have all the links of the images have the same data lightbox attribute. Okay, so we want to make sure we use gallery for all of the images. So to add these to the rest of the images, I'm just going to copy all the attributes here. Alright, and then I'm just going to paste them in here. Alright, so that looks good. We want to change this obviously to 2. You want to make sure the data lightbox is the same, and then we'll just change the title. And let's see, sample 2. Okay, so that's good. Next one. So this is going to be 3. And I want to change the title. And then 4. And 5. And 6. Alright, now for the category ones, I'm just going to copy this row and paste that in right here, replacing this row. Alright, and then for the category 2, we want to get wait a minute, that wasn't right. I need to undo that because this is still part of this. I'm going to copy it again, the first row, and then we want to go past this and go on to the second, to the 1. Okay, we want the div with the ID of 1, and then I'm going to just paste that in here. Alright, and then I'm going to grab the second row up here, which has image 4 through 6, and I'm going to paste that in down here. Like that. Alright, so let's reload, and we have the image. Now we have an arrow here, and we can scroll through all of them. Alright, we can go back. You can see it gives us the image number down here, along with the title. Category 1. Okay, so it's working as it should. Alright, so I know this isn't the most in-depth photo gallery you've ever seen, but we have a nice slideshow, we have a lightbox, and the ability to use these tabs for categories. The very last thing that we need to do is just have the 4-column layout. So it's going to be the same thing. So I'm just going to grab everything here, and I'm going to create, let's see, Photoshack. I'm going to create a new document and call it index2.html. And we're going to open that, and I'm going to paste this in, but we're going to change the grid, okay, the grid classes. Let me see. Alright, so in this row here, the first row, we have 3 divs with the call MD4. So what we need to do is change this to 3. Okay, these need to be changed to 3, but now we need to add another column in this row. So I'm going to copy this right here. Actually, I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to paste it in here, and then change this to a 3. Alright, and then down here, all we need to do is change this one to 3, and this one to 3. Alright, so now if we go back and we click on 4-column layout, let's see, it's going to .html.html. Something I did with the menu. Alright, yeah, I messed this up here. You probably saw that a long time ago. Alright, so we want to change that in both pages. Alright, so now try it again, 4 column, and there's our 4 column images. Alright, so that's it. Hopefully you liked this chapter, and I will see you in the next.